Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get this all sanded up. I'm going to get my cargo bays glued in. I'm going to do some detail painting, and we're going to get this deck glued in. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family, and welcome back to my bench. So in today's update video, I'm going to get this deck piece sanded so it looks the same as those ones. And we'll probably get this all glued in. But before I glue that in, I want to do some detail painting on, like the wood that goes around the cargo hold holes, right? There's one here. I want to check on the detail of this. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be white or not. That's where the, I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll look it up and I'll let you know later. But yeah, there's a big stay, or not stay, but spar that comes out of here, right? And I want to get this cargo hold painted. This one's actually built right in. Not sure why they did that, but we'll get that one painted up. And yeah, we'll get that all glued in. And then once that's all glued in, I want to detail paint the top rail here, which is a piece of wood. It goes all the way across from here to here. And yeah, I want to check out a few other things because I think this outer board that goes all the way around, there's one board that goes all the way around, I do believe that is a darker color. So I will look into that because it goes all the way from front to back. Actually, no, it doesn't look like it goes all the way through. No, it actually stops. So the center section doesn't have any, and if this one here, maybe it does go all the way through. I don't know. I'll check it out and I'll see. But yeah, that's what I want to get done. And depending on how far I get today, I might even get to do some more on this mast and the mid-main mast. I think that's the one I'm working on, is the main mast. No, foremast. I'm working on the foremast. So the lower foremast, mid foremast, and then there's the upper foremast as well. So I want to get some more of this done and get these ready for white paint. And trust me, I'll be doing it with the good white paint, not that other stuff that blew up in the burn barrel. So that's where I'm at. And I also want to put the rudder together since I forgot to do so, and get this painted up with the copper so that can get installed when it needs to be installed. And we'll go from there. So when I return, I will have a bunch of stuff done and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a second, but who knows how long for me. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And while you're waiting for me to get back, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that bell button and make sure all notifications are turned on. Hit that like button if you're liking sales ships or the videos that I'm doing. All of this stuff helps with the algorithms of YouTube and helps put my videos out in front of more people for the modeling community or anybody that's interested in any types of these models. And if you can, please try to watch as much as the video as possible. That helps bring up my watch hours, and all of that combined, along with comments, so make sure you comment down below, all of it helps the algorithms. Make sure to give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. The links for all of that will be down in the description. And because this is a buddy build, don't forget to check out Charlie Mac's channel, and the link for his channel will be down there. He is also doing a smaller scale of the Cutty Sark. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Well, it's been quite a few days since that last clip. So let me get you caught up on where I'm at. Now, as you can see here, if you remember, I was saying something about how there was a darker line going all the way around the edge of the deck. Well, I was kind of right. Doing some research, looking at a whole lot of videos, pictures, all kinds of things. There's not a dark line on the deck, okay? What there is the white side on the inside, right? They painted the side of it white, but this flat piece at the bottom here is a darker color. Now, from what I can tell, it's really hard to tell what color it is. Some pictures and videos show that it's kind of almost a darker wood color. Some show that it's almost like a black color. A lot of pictures are black and white, so I can't tell exactly. I've even seen some where it was just a little bit darker than the white. So going by that, I went with a kind of a light to medium gray. Now it's hard to tell at this angle, but if you look at it from this way, you can see that this is white. My little supports here are all white, and this here is slightly darker. Now I've also gone ahead and done the deck. The deck is glued together, right? I've blended the joint as much as I possibly could. It's hard to do. I may still do a little bit more work on it, see if I can get it a little better. It shows up more on camera than it does in real life, but what can you do? I've also gone around, I've painted all the edges of the hatches, right? And where the buildings are going to sit, I've painted them too, because in the photos they are like kind of a reddish brown color. They painted it, obviously. I still have to do my top rail on both sides. That has to get painted kind of a honey nut brown kind of thing, along with some of the other trim. I've also seen some where this here is pretty much the same color as this, but most of the pictures and videos I see, this is lighter than this, but darker than the deck. Okay. Now, I'd pick this up and I'd show you more closely, but I've also done a lot of other work. And here, let me show you here. Don't get too dizzy. I have two of the masts. I gotta raise this way up, because there's a piece way up here. See if I can zoom in for you. Way up here. So it starts there, and it just, all my yards are on. Some of them are loose, like it's not glued in this joint here. I can take this top piece off, and I can take this piece off from this one, right? So I can take that off, but this yard is loose. Or no, sorry, that one's glued on, that one's loose, and this one's loose. In this, you probably can't see anything I'm doing. But anyways, that yard is loose, and this yard is loose. Let's see if I can put something in there behind it for you, help show you what's going on. There. You can see that yard there with the yard arms are on it. So the lowest one and the third one up are still, no, my God, I can't friggin', I don't even know what I'm doing. I've got so much work and time into this, and I'll show you that in a minute. The lowest one and the next one up are loose. I can take them off. The first black section and the very top section I can take apart, and that's for painting. Now, in behind that, see as I turn it, in behind that, this is the same thing. The lowest one and the next one up are loose. I can take them off. Then your next longest one with the yard arms and the two top ones, right? If you can see the two top ones, here we go. Right? Now again, that top section I can come apart. The middle section comes apart, so I can paint that. And I can also take the masts off of the deck, right? So that I can touch up that. I still have to glue the deck in. The deck is not glued in. But that's where that's at. Now, just some quick numbers on this thing. Well, I've got this one covered up, but the deck, okay, the deck, the hull, assembly, cleanup, and prep for paint, paint of the copper, the painting of the white, the masking, the painting of the deck, the removal of the paint on the upper portion of the hull. You saw that in the other video. And the remasking and repainting, I've got just about a little over 50 hours into just that. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. As for the foremast, okay, is the very forward one. For topmast is basically the center section of the forward one. And then the fore royal mast would be the top section. Come on, stop hitting the camera, stupid. Is the very top section of the forward one. Okay. And then there is also the final foremast assembly. Okay. Now, with all of that, and it's not even finished, but so far we've got, where are we here? 5, 6, that's 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got 18 hours so far just building this foremast. And it's not done yet. I still have to finish putting this one on and this one on after I paint it, and then, final glue assembly of everything and detail painting. Now this one, fortunately, went a little quicker, but not much. As of right now, I'm still sitting at 13 hours for this one. There is a little more to it than that one, but it went a little quicker. I learned off the first one, so I've made a little easier progress with the second one. That's the main mast, right? You got your main mast, main top mast, and main royal mast, I think it is. Yes, I'm right. Main royal mast is the very top section up here. Okay. Then there's the final assembly again. Pretty much identical to the first one. A couple other differences, but like I'm not even sure what they call that. They call that the Spencer gaff. Yeah, that's what it's called, Spencer gaff. So there's that. Once I'm fully completed that one, actually that one is as completed as it's going to get until it's painted, I am now working on the mitten mast. And it's pretty much the same. It's going to be a little shorter though. But yeah, the mitten mast is the next one I'm working on. I've got the cargo holds glued in. And like I said, the deck is not glued on yet. I did go ahead and paint the rudder, put it together and paint the rudder. So that's ready to go when it's required to be put on. And yeah, that's where everything's at the moment. So I'm going to go and finish working on the mitten mast, which will go right here. And from that point, once I got it built, then I can get everything ready to be painted. And once everything's painted, then I can do final assembly on all three so that nothing moves. All right. I don't want anything to move, so everything's nice and stable. And then from that point, I will glue the deck in. I will not put the masts in yet. I'll set them aside so that I can start doing all the stuff that's on the deck. There's a whole bunch of eye bolts and, the winches and stuff for the anchors and the bilge pumps and like all kinds of other stuff. Of course, all the little cabins that have to go on. So there's going to be a lot yet, and I don't want this in the way. I don't want to take a chance of breaking anything off. Now, I'm going to also look into the instructions to see if there's anything I can do as far as rigging on any of these masts so that I can pre-rig and save myself some frustration of trying to do rigging on these yards and yard arms while it's standing. If I can make it easier for myself if they're laying flat on the counter or on the desk, right? So it's just looking forward and learning from Charlie Mack. He says, hey, if there's stuff you can do before you stand things up, go ahead and do it. It's going to make your life easier. So thank you, Charlie, for giving me that type of information. And go check out his channel. He has started on his Cutty Sark, and it's coming along pretty damn good. So go check out him. Link for his channel is down in the description. And yeah, give him a sub if you're not subscribed to him. So give me a little bit and I will be back and show you where I'm at that point. I'll see you in a few. Okay, everybody. So I've got all three masts pre-built. as far as they're going to be anyways. Like I said, I got my foremast, main mast, and my mizzen mast. Now, all three of them have 3 sections each. All 3 have yard arms, or yards, I should say, that are removable because I left them loose to be able to paint easier. I'll grab them off of here because I got to take them off anyways to be able to do the deck. And yeah, I'll show you where I'm at here. So for the mizzen mast, okay, as you can see, these 2 are loose, right? So these 2 will come off. Okay. Now, the top piece will come off. That's glued solid. Now, before I do that, what I need to do for painting is all of this is white. This section here of the black is white up to this bracket. Then we got black, and then from here to this bracket is white. Okay, so this is why I left things loose, so I could take it apart and make it easier for painting. So all 3 can come apart just like that. Now, these pieces here are also not glued on, just to make it easier for painting. Here is the main mast, and again, this one comes off because they stay black. All the yards and yard arms are black. Actually, all the yards are black. The yard arms are a dark brown, right? So again, the top piece, this section here will be white, right? So that's, I got to paint that white. Same thing with this one. I got to paint this white, same as the other one. But this top piece comes off, right? The middle section comes off. Okay. And then you have this piece, and this one is not glued on as well, so I can paint that separately. So that's the mizzen mast and the main mast. Now we got the foremast. Right? And again, same thing. These 2 come off. Again, that section's white. This section is white. This piece comes off. All right? And then the middle section. Oh, I got to glue that one on. I thought I glued that. Well, guess what? I got some more work to do. So I'll have to glue that. That's not a big deal. And then you have the lower section, right? And of course, with all of them, they all have detailing painting that I've got to do, like this bottom piece here, where all these, come on, focus. All those pins in there, that whole ring, has to be painted black. And of course, some of the banding and stuff all over the place has to be painted. Some of them stay white, some stay black. The deck frame is white. Focus in. The deck frame stays white, but the wood boards need to be painted brown. And then, of course, once this is all painted, I got to paint all my ropes like a tan color. I believe the dead eyes are white on this one, and the rails are black. All right, so that'll all get hand painted on all 3 of them. So that's those. Those are ready for paint, other than I have to glue that one piece. Not a big deal there. Now, as far as the deck, again, same thing. Rudder's ready to go in case I need it, but the deck is not glued in. Okay. So that, I'm still going to try and clean these up a little bit more, these joints here. Hopefully you won't see much of it once it is together. Okay. So once that's, get that all done up, and then I can clamp this down and get everything glued tight. And then I can start doing all the stuff on the deck, right? So I'm going to leave you here with this. And as you can see, I've got a good pile of parts that's going to be painted and everything else. So make sure you hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit that bell button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure that all notifications are turned on. Try to watch as much as the video as possible, and all of that stuff helps me out a lot. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I will definitely read them and get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget that this is a buddy build. So go check out Charlie Mack and go see what his progress is on his Cutty Sark. And the link for his channel will be down below in the description. So go check him out. Give him a subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. It's muchly appreciated that you are subscribed, that you're watching my stuff. I love having you all aboard, part of the BSC family. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are down in the description. And with all that being said, no matter what you're building or how long it's going to take, just do it your way. And until then, later.